to my channel. My name is Amari Latrice, and if you have been keeping up with me in my latest posts, then you would know that I just got done making crochet headrest covers for my car. In this video, I will be continuing this series of crocheting car decor pieces, and I'm gonna start off with my steering wheel. I'm super excited to tackle that project because it's something completely new, and I actually found a pattern on Etsy. I will link it in the description box below. This is my first time ever purchasing a pattern. Normally I go on YouTube and I follow free patterns, but this time I'm getting a little bit more serious, okay? I wanted something a little unique, so sometimes that requires you to buy a pattern or just learn how to make your own. I'm not there yet. I did actually start on the steering wheel cover last night. This is what it looks like so far. I'm not the biggest fan. When I put it up to my steering wheel right now, I don't care for the brown. And the pattern calls for like 5 different colors, but I'm coming to realize that I don't think I want 5 different colors. I think I want obviously the same green yarn that I use for my headrest covers. Probably this dark green and just more of green yarn that I use for these headrest covers. Yeah, I think this is like the fun part of trying something new. You get to see what works and what doesn't, what I like and what I don't like. And I'm not feeling the brown. I'm not feeling it. I'm definitely gonna have to make some changes on this, but I still wanted to show you guys like a little bit of the progress that I made. I have a few more things that I want to make for this car, and I believe I'll actually be able to fit it all into one video. I am also looking forward to making a sun visor, like a crochet sun visor, sunglasses holder, something for my armrest. Probably like a entire cover for it. Coasters for that right there. And seatbelt covers. That's pretty much all that I have on my list, and I definitely think I'll be able to fit all of that into one video. But I definitely think the headrest covers were worth having its own thing. But I'm actually about to head to a cafe right now. It'll be my first time there, so I'm actually super excited to see what it's like. And I'll be getting some work done, but also crocheting. So I tried to see what it looks like with just dark green. I still don't like it. So what I'm gonna do is undo the dark green, use only this yarn for the entire project, and then at the very end there is a part where I can put dark green. So I'm gonna try that out. If I don't like that, we go back to the drawing board. Alrighty, so I finally figured out the kind of color scheme that I wanted. So I pretty much used that same green yarn all throughout, and then at the very end I added this dark green. Now I think is a good time to pretty much size it onto my steering wheel, see if it even fits. Okay. It's 4th of July tomorrow, so it's all right. So I'm about to size it on the steering wheel, see if it even fits, and see if I even like the way it looks for real. It's been a long time coming, but I'm glad that we're finally here. So let's see. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. Okay, here we go. Okay, look at that. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is so cute. It's so cute. Look, y'all, look. The dark green on these edges look absolutely beautiful with this green, with this like multicolored green yarn. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh, y'all, I'm already in love and I'm not even done with it. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I feel like the camera isn't even doing it justice right now because of the lighting, but trust me when I say this is adorable. And then it's gonna have like a little crisscross on the inside with this dark green. It's gonna have a little bow. It's gonna be so cute. Now I'm about to go into the house, finish the pattern off, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna test it out for good, and I will have another addition to my card decoration. I'm so excited. Hard work really does pay off. This also goes to show it's okay to not like something, redo it and try something else until you actually do like it, because I definitely was not feeling that brown, and I wasn't feeling the dark green where it was either. But at the very edge like this is perfect. It's just the right amount. Chef's kiss. So I'm crocheting 250 stitches, and that number can sound pretty daunting, but something that helps me whenever I have to chain like a large sum, I normally do a certain number over and over again. So I'm counting 50. I'm counting in 50s, if that makes sense. So far, I think this is 250. I think I just made 100. Wait, this gotta be 150. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is 150. Just don't lose track like I did. But whenever I do get like big numbers like that, I just break it down into a simpler number and then just do that number over. But just don't lose track of like where you're at. This is 150. So I have to do 2 more sets of 50 and then I'll be fine. It doesn't sound as bad, especially like counting and having to keep up with the 100 and 200 no, just 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 50 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 50 over and over. That works for me. I don't know, it's just a tip. Hopefully it works for you too. I finished the string that is needed for the little crisscrossy part, and I have the hook. So basically what the pattern says to do, basically weave it in through each chain space pretty much that I have in here. Pretty much do it like a shoe. Like, you know how you weave the laces into a shoe? Pretty much what I have to do here, which is very easy, very simple. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I want the bow to be right here, and I can do bows like in other spaces too if I want. So I'm just now realizing that I actually did not make the chain long enough. So I gotta bring the yarn out here and attach more yarn so that I can chain some more, and eventually I'll be able to actually finish this off. I went back, got my yarn, and now I'm about to add it to this chain so that I can make it long enough. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product. Woo! It's so cute. I love the darker inside with the lacing. I love this bow right here. Part of me wants to make a bow for each corner, or maybe just one here and one here, but I just think it's so cute and I love how it came out. I'm so excited to drive with this now, like, and I just love the bow. It's adorable. and how it hangs out like that. Now, I definitely forgot to bring my scissors out here, and I'm not gonna run back in the house again because I've been going back and forth over and over. Tomorrow, whenever I go somewhere, I'm gonna bring my scissors, cut it, and it'll be cute, and it'll be just the bow there, not a whole skein of yarn attached to my steering wheel. So yeah, y'all, this is it. Yep, I'm gonna be riding dirty. I love the stitching on the inside because it helps it actually stay attached in a sense to the steering wheel, so it's not slipping and sliding everywhere, which was what I was most afraid of. So I'm really happy with the result. Now I'm about to FaceTime my mom and see what she thinks. Hey, mommy.
Hello, daughter.
You're not ready.
Let me see. Oh, it's so cute.
Now it's time to work on that right there, this sun visor, and it's going to be a sunglasses holder. I have like an inspiration from off of Pinterest, but I don't have a tutorial, so I'm gonna see if I can find a tutorial. If not, I'm just gonna try to eyeball the photo and do the best I can to duplicate it, because that's all I can do. Stay tuned. We're about to do a little bit more decorating. I found the inspiration photo that I was looking for. This is what it looks like, and I could not find a tutorial on YouTube. I also didn't look super deep, but I feel like if it's not gonna pop up from typing in literally the name of the thing, it's not there. So Pinterest is the best bud today. It always comes through. And from the looks of this photo, it's looking like I need to make 6 granny squares that have 2 rows, and then like a double crochet panel for the back side of it. And then eventually I'll join them all together and it'll come to look like this. I haven't made like a regular granny square in so long. It's been a minute. Like my last video, that was a willow granny square. Nowhere near a normal, easy, simple granny square. And I'm doing a magic circle. A granny square is how I learned how to crochet. It's been a minute, at least to say. And the fact that I started with a magic square shows how far I've come. I don't know if doing it like that is gonna make it small, too small, or if it's the perfect size. But I'm gonna keep making them like this and see how far we get. If it ends up being too small, I'll redo it. If not perfect, it low-key looks too small. Maybe I need a bigger hook. I think that's what it is. Now that I'm looking at this photo, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch from my 4mm hook to a 5.5. That's a big jump, but I think it'll be worth it for the sizing purposes. It's super fun to just like see everything evolve and slowly but surely see Willow be beautified as the days go by. It's so nice. It's so satisfying to see the process and to be able to film it and watch it back and see like, oh my gosh, Willow looks good. I'm watching The Bear, by the way. That's like the most recent thing that's come out that I love, and they finally came out with a new season and it's pretty good. Ooh. And it's pretty good. It's based in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I live in Chicago. It's perfect.
Thank God they only asked for a beef. Fucking surprised if I'd just been eviscerated.
Yeah, she did mention.
I used the 5.5mm hook and it actually is a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I have to do this 6 times and then make that back panel. And if I'm being completely honest, at the speed that I go when I'm crocheting, I might be done with this sun visor by the end of the night. We'll see though, we'll see. Officially finished the 6 granny squares, and I'm actually fighting the urge to keep crocheting because I'm really hungry. You know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices, and right now I'm gonna sacrifice the continuation of this project for the sake of my stomach. Since my camera died, I'm about to use my phone. But this is how far I've gotten so far. I made the back panel and I'm a little worried that it's too long. Like, you see all this space right here? That might look a little funny on the visor. I don't know. When I compare it to the inspo photo, there's not as much space. It might be a little bit less rows, but I'm not gonna be super picky about it. I'm about to join them together, see if I like it or not. And if I don't, I can always make modifications. So yeah. Hello, it is the next day, and coming out to my car, I definitely forgot that I made this steering wheel cover. So when I came in, it was a nice surprise. And last night I actually finished, at least I think I finished making the sun visor sunglasses holder, but I'm about to size it and see if it even fits. So let's see. Okay, that's not bad. I wasn't necessarily making it to cover the entire thing. I just want it to be wide enough to be at least similar, but it's a pretty good size. The last thing that I have to do is make like a ring around on both sides to be able to actually attach it to the sun visor. That should be pretty simple. I just have to make it long enough to go around it. So that'll be the next thing that I do. I'm actually visiting a new cafe today. Maybe I'll be able to get some of that work done on here as well as some other work. I'm looking forward to the results. Just made it to the cafe and I realized that I have not driven with the steering wheel cover, and it actually was really comfortable. No sliding, no none of that. I think the crisscrossing on it helped that a lot, and yeah, it's nice. Like, it has a good grip on the wheel. I feel the same, like just as comfortable driving with it as I did without it. So I'm very happy about that. But I made it to the cafe, so now I'm about to head inside and see what they're like. I've officially finished my sun visor sunglasses holder. It took me a minute to figure out how long to make these so that it would actually fit the visor. I finally figured it out. Now it's time to really test it out. So not too shabby. Okay, so it does look a little, just a teensy weensy, little bit different than the inspo photo, but I think that's okay. I'm just a little picky sometimes. It's only because I use like a bigger hook on this back panel. In the actual inspiration photo, it was, I'm sure, a smaller hook that they used because it was a tighter finish. And honestly, I could go back and redo it. I don't know if I should because that was a lot, but I'm going to put these glasses in here to see like what that would be like. It's not bad. I'm just debating now. Do I want to be extra, make the back tighter after doing all of that work? Or do I just want to let it be? Because I don't like how it's like hanging, and I think maybe part of that is because of how loose this back panel is. Because I'm not in love with it, I do feel like I should redo it. Is that extra? Yeah, but it's my car and this is what I'm gonna be riding around with, and I want to be able to really love everything it is that I make in here. So I'm gonna be extra and I'm gonna redo it. I will be back once that's finished. Officially remade my sunglasses, sun visor, yeah, sun visor sunglasses holder, and you can't tell me that this does not look better than the last one I made. And maybe you're saying, Amari, that looks the exact same as the last one, and you know, if that's how you feel, that's okay. that's fine too. But for me, it had to be done. I had to redo it just for my own like eyes. I would have always looked up at it very unpleased. So I'm happy I redid it so that I can actually look at everything in this car and actually be proud of it. Now I'm about to put this up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit, but we're about to see for sure, for real. On over. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, yeah. I like this one way better. It looks more put together. That is that. I'm a fan. I like it. And I already put some sunglasses in here. So, bow. Put them on back up in there. Like so, like that. And we're done. She's done. Another car accessory done. Beautiful. So that being said, ooh, it's so hot. That being said, it is officially time to move on to the next thing. And I already got a head start on it. If you couldn't tell by this is going to be a seatbelt cover. And I want to show you my processing of making this seatbelt cover. I've seen a few tutorials, like I skimmed through a few to just see like what the process is. And it seems pretty easy. So pretty much I just joined 2 willow squares. On the seatbelt, it's going to look like this. It's gonna wrap around and it'll be something like this, and you can slide it up, down, and it'll be attached by buttons. I will sew on some buttons to one side so that I can attach it to the buttons with the other side. Then it'll eventually look something like this on the seatbelt. I think that's really cute, and I want to do it on every single one, so it'll be pretty much 10 panels like I did with the headrest covers, but instead it'll be for the seatbelt. Is that being OD? Yes, but why not? It's for my car. If I want to be extra, what better place to be extra than my own belongings? You know what I mean? I do have a dilemma currently, and that dilemma is I have no more yarn. So I have to go up to Michael's really quick, get one more skein of yarn, because I feel like it'll be enough to make all the seatbelt covers and the rest of my crochet decorations, armrests, and the coasters. I feel like that shouldn't take too much yarn. Now that I'm looking at it, this is as long as 2 willow squares. I could just like widen it on the sides for this extra space so that it can go under, tuck under there, if that makes sense. Okay, anyways, that's what I'm about to go do. Get some more yarn, come back home. I'm actually packing right now because I am getting ready to go visit 2 of my friends in Milan, and I'm super duper excited. It's just crazy. I can't believe I'm blessed to be able to do something like that. Then I'll be spending time with them in London. That's where they're originally from, and I'm super geeked to just be with them and enjoy the time with them, whatever it is that we end up doing. But yeah, I'm in the midst of making the stuff for my car and now packing, which isn't gonna be too crazy. I'm currently washing my clothes and picking out outfits along the way. So that's like half the battle. Picking out outfits and then remembering what toiletries I need, jewelry, electronics, you know, a book, little stuff like that. And I'm probably gonna be crocheting in Milan and London. We'll see. That'll be the next thing that I work on, you guys. Let's go get this yarn. The yarn has been secured. Hello, I'm currently in the airport and I'm crocheting as you saw, and I'm probably gonna crochet on the plane too. I have 10 hours to go to Istanbul and then about 3 to get to Milan. So I will be crocheting the entire time, either crocheting, sleeping, or watching a movie, or feeding my face. So I'm gonna try my best to record as much of this trip as I can without doing too much, because I am definitely more so the kind to, you know, live in the moment, not really capture too much of anything. But I'm trying to get out of that because it's always very rewarding to be able to look back, just see snippets of memories that I made with the people that I love. So yeah, stick with me and eventually we'll be in Milan. Yeah. I'm trying.
Well, I don't remember like is that on this.
Okay.
Oh, I've embarrassed myself on camera.
This is Shanice.
I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Say hi, Dean.
Hi. Hi. Oh, this thing is so like retro and cute.
Yes, I'm excited. Hello there. So I'm back in Chicago. I'm back home. Don't get mad, but I did not film myself crocheting while I was away with my friends traveling. But at least to say, I finished making the seatbelt cover. I added the buttons. I just got done adding the buttons. I've only done one so far, but I just want to put it on one, see how I feel about it, and then pretty much finish the other ones because I already know what it's gonna look like, but I just want to show it on camera, like my initial reaction. So let's do it. So let's act like somebody's in this right now, and then we're going to button it. Okay. Well, this is it, guys. This is what it looks like, and it's actually not as tight on there, which I guess is a good thing. On the back you see all the buttons connected, and yeah, you can slide it up, you can have it down there, you can put it wherever you want it as a passenger, and the same thing for me as a driver. I like it. I'm a fan. It was a pretty easy process putting the buttons on there too, so this is gonna be a nice quick little wrap up of making the seatbelt covers. So I will be back once all of the buttons are sewn on, and I'll put the rest of the seatbelt covers on the rest of the seatbelts. And then I'm gonna move on to the armrest and the coasters, which will be pretty simple. The armrest might be a little funky because I just don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. I have officially finished making all of the seatbelt covers. Now it's time to finally put them on their respective seatbelts. I really like this one. I'm trying to see which one I like for my seatbelt, and the rest doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one for mine, and then I'll put the rest back there. Yay! So now when I'm driving, I could have it on my shoulder if I want it there, or any other space that might be uncomfy for a seatbelt. But to be honest, my seatbelt is already like, it doesn't really bother me, but it's just nice to have because why not? It's pretty. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And when it's up there, it looks like that, which is nice. I'm gonna put the rest in the back really quick. Now that I've officially finished the seatbelt covers, it is now time to move on to my last two accessories, the coasters and the armrest cover. Hello there. Hopefully the AC is not too loud, but it's hot, so definitely gotta bear with me with that. But I finished making the coasters and I got started on the armrest cover. So I'm pretty sure the coasters are gonna be the most simplest installation ever. Literally exhibit A. That's literally it. Here's what it looks like. Ooh, ah. Yesterday, which was the last clip, I put the seatbelt covers up and I was actually driving and realized that it actually is pretty useful. I didn't realize how much the seatbelt actually did kind of cut into my chest or my shoulder. That's a little dramatic, but at least to say the seatbelt cover is actually useful. It's not just pretty. So we love that. Ooh, it's hot. Lord Jesus. So now I'm about to put this up against the armrest cover and we're gonna see if this is actually going well. Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. I don't know like how I should keep it going. Like if I should continue just keep making it bigger and bigger, or should I just start working down from each side? Okay, brain. I feel like it'll be smarter for me to snip this part off and then just work down from the areas that need more granny squares on the side, if that makes sense. Because like the back doesn't need more, but these two sides and maybe this front needs more. Because I have this little extra piece that like I lift up and down. And I can just leave that and not make extra yarn for that piece, but I think I want to try. And that's not necessarily going to require me to make a whole extra row, maybe just for right here, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's gonna be a little organic, little freestyled right now. I'm just gonna take a picture of it so that I have an idea of what it is that I need to do once I go back in the house. Because I'm not sitting out here in this hot sun to do this. I'm not doing it. And running up my gas for the AC. No. But I do like how it's coming out. I think it was a good move for me to just do straight granny square. Because I think the willow square, I think we've done enough of that. Like, we get it. I think it's okay to make the armrest a little more plain. Actually, now that I'm looking at the coaster, there's like a space in between where I can like connect the circles. I don't know if I want to be extra and do that. I could though. It's looking like it might be about an inch width apart. Like if I show you guys, you see that black extra space? I don't know. I think I might connect them. I feel like that'll look nicer. That's what it's giving. Okay, so we have a few revisions to make. I've added the few tweaks and now I'm gonna see if this is actually gonna work. Oh, and I also added that part to the coaster, so it actually fits. Love to see it. It works. Now it's just a matter of how to actually attach it to the armrest. I guess I could put some strings in there and just tie it on the inside and then it'll close on the ties. That's what it's giving. So I'm gonna join these two pieces, create some strings so that I can tie this under here so that it's actually attached to the armrest. It is now finally time to put my armrest cover onto my armrest. I attach strings to certain parts of the armrest cover so that once I tie it underneath, it's like tight in the right places. I put a string back here on both corners, a string on the sides, and because I have this weird thing right here, I put two strings right here. And so when I lift it up, I'll be able to tie them to whichever string that makes the most sense to make it tight in certain areas. I'm gonna tie this top one to this bottom one because it helps them tighten in the right corner. You see right here, it's tight because I tied it. So on the bottom, rather than the one over here, it wouldn't be like pulled in the right direction. See how when I pull this down, this comes tight right here? That's exactly what I need. It works out. It's kind of chaotic, but it works. Now I think the test is to see will it actually close. It closes! Oh shoot, I got another string. Oh yeah, because this has to go over that. Now I have a bunch of knots right here. Okay, now we're gonna try. It worked! Oh, wait. Actually I'll take it back. This one needs to attach to the string that I have in the very back. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, now I'm officially done. And it still closes. Yay! Cute! Let me give y'all a closer look. All right, so this is what she looks like. That's what she looks like. And then when you open it, that's what you see. But it's fine, because nobody cares. I don't care. And nobody really goes in here anyway. So this is just to help it be fit on here really good. I'm so happy it closes. I think the most important part to like it being fitted is, for one, figuring out the size of your armrest. Like mine has a weird size, so I just had to make sure it was covered in the right areas. And then to make it fixed onto the armrest, it's important to figure out where those strings need to go. If you guys use strings, I'm sure there's other ways, probably easier ways to attach your armrest cover, but I don't know those ways. I just did the way that made most sense to my brain. I pretty much just put a string in each corner, one down there, one down there, and then one in the very middle, so that it could be tight in the back like that. A string was important to have here so that it doesn't ride up in the back too. Yeah, this is what it looks like. I think the strings on the sides were important too, so that when I lift it, rubbing against this seat doesn't affect this on the armrest. If I didn't have the string, it would constantly move every time I moved it back down. It would constantly come off. That would be annoying. So having the strings is really helpful to make sure it's fixed in place onto the armrest cover. Thank you guys for coming this far. If you made it to the end. All right, you guys, we have officially come to the end of this project. My car is fully decorated. The makeover is done. We did it. We got the steering wheel done, the sun visor, sunglasses holder. We got the armrest cover. We got the seatbelt covers, and we got the headrest cover. All done. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this process, through this journey. It's been really fun, also pretty time consuming, but I would say overall worth it, because now I can come into my car with this cozy vibe that it now has, and I'm very grateful that I was able to put my hands together to do this. It feels really nice to drive in. Not that it didn't before, but it just feels more mine, or more like me, which I think is really dope. So everything involved in this video resource wise will be linked in the description box. Like this video if you liked it, comment if you have any questions, ideas, anything, just want to say hi, and subscribe, because there will be more crochet videos. I'm really enjoying this. Thanks for watching, you guys, and you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. See you next time.